Grand Rising, everyone, and welcome to the Goddess of Light Magee morning show. Come on in the room, guys. Come on in the room. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Grand Rising to everyone this morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. I am back for another show today. Today is Monday, August 31st. Let me just speak to you guys this morning. Grand Rising. Hello, hello, hello. I see I have one person watching me. Grand Rising to you. Make sure you stick around. I'm going to be having a great show today, talking about the game of life and how to play it. Yes, life is a game. I'm sure a lot of you have come to the knowledge and wisdom of understanding it now. It took me a long time to know that I was playing a game, that life is a game. But when I had a spiritual awakening, all those things that was hidden down in the rabbit hole, they came to light. And so now I get to experience a lot of different truths that were hidden from me. And I am so happy to know that there's more to life than what I was used to. Okay, all right. So I hope you guys will join me. Let me just put this back up here. Put my name back up there and my little ticker at the bottom. Okay, so make sure you guys, when you come into the room, give me some likes, give me some thumbs up, thumbs up. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell twice. That way, whenever I go live or whatever I do on my channel, you'll be here for it and you won't miss anything. If you keep your notifications on, that means every time I do something over here, you get the notification. You can come on over and join me. Excuse me a minute. Let me get a drink of water. It's early, y'all. Yeah, I love to say it. I love to Mark Wiley and Pie Baby. It's early, y'all, but it's not as early as I intended, y'all. I got up about 3 this morning, and I had my coffee early about 4. So I know yesterday I told you guys I would be on about 5 to do the morning show, but y'all, after I had my coffee, the strangest thing, I got sleepy. And I went back to bed and I put the Bluetooth in my ear, or Bluetooth in my ear, listening to rain, thunder, and heavy wind. I love to listen to that. It puts me right to sleep. So I listened to the storm, and I didn't get up till about 30 minutes ago. So I'm late today. I'm usually here about 5, but I am here. Grand Rising, peace and light. in love and thanks to the sun, moon, stars, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mama Set, to the gods and goddesses, the kings and queens, and all the great ancestors. Peace, love, and light, and share and thanks for another day. Today is going to be a beautiful day, a prosperous day, a great day. And we're going to speak into existence the things that we want to come into our life today. The things we want manifested, we are going to speak it. And I am, as I start this book series that I'm going to be doing, yes, I'm switching up. I'm not going to do anything on the spiritual bath or the chakras this week as I um, had said I would be doing. Uh, it popped in my mind and I'm doing a whole 360 on that. And I am going to start a book series, okay? And the books that I will be reading from will all be about spiritual living, spiritual enlightenment, spiritual healings, positive thinking, positive energy, enlightenment, uh, awakening, down the rabbit hole, all those different things. Even I'm going to be reading books on African spirituality, living spiritual, the difference between religion and spirituality. We're going to be doing books on those for the whole month of September. How about that? That's going to be great, you guys. So you are going to get a bulk of knowledge from the goddess over here. hmm Yes, and I am so happy to be able to share with you guys. Let me just put in the chat. Give me a second. The title of the book here. And I am going to put the author right under here. Author is okay. I know it's Florence. Yeah, Florence. I was going to say Francis. Florence. Florence Scovel Shinn. Shin. She is the author. Florence Scovel Shinn. Give me just a second. This is an interesting book. I have read it before, not in its entirety, but I did get a chance to read it. And it also helped make some changes in my life. It also helped me on my journey early on before I came, I guess I say before I awakened more, is that how I should say it? You know, I was on the path for about 10 years because things started changing in my life and, you know, a little bit here and there. When the ancestors and spirit choose you, they don't just drop everything on you at one time because they know the human mind, the brain cannot handle all of that. You know, you've been doing this for so many years. You've been religious and going to church and following the Bible and just this, you know, just so trying to live holy so you can get to this heavenly place that everyone preaches about. So you live that way for 30 or 40 years or whatever. And then the ancestors and spirit know that, look, I can't just drop all this information there because the human mind cannot take all of that. And then there is a scripture in the Bible that says too much knowledge is not good for the human mind. I think the scripture, it might be in Ecclesiastes somewhere in there, but it talks about too much study is not good. So I was just getting a little bit at a time. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was over dabbing around the rabbit hole, jumping around the rabbit hole, not going on down in there, but I was around at the top. dancing around like Alice before she fell down in there. Yes. So anyway, I did get a chance to read. I think maybe a couple of chapters in the book. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to try to read. Let's see. Let me see how many pages chapter 1 is. It's not that many pages if I can remember. No, it's only 8 pages. So we're going to start reading um, the book, which is The Game of Life and How to Play It. And I hope you guys will join me and stay with me, until I'm done reading these I said 8 pages here, 8 pages, on 8 pages this morning. And then I'll be back on tomorrow and we're going to try, if Spirit is willing, we'll try to get the book done. Let's see, how many chapters? It's 11 chapters. So we'll see if it lasts throughout the month of September. If not, we're gonna move on to I was saying, okay, we're gonna read different books. I did say that for the month of September. Uh, but if it so happens that this book takes up much of September, then we'll just go with that and we'll start another book next month in October. If not, we'll select another book. If we're done with this one before the end of the month, we'll just select another book, another spiritual living book or something on African spirituality. We'll select one of those and we'll read that. So I am doing a book club, and I will be doing. I said I'm going to do it for the whole month of September, but I have to go the way Spirit leads me, and Spirit just leads me to do the books until the end of the year. So I will have a book selected each month or however long it takes to read the book until December 31st, 2020. Mm-hmm. Yes, so that is going to be the bulk of my content from today, August 31st, 2020, until December 31st, 2020. Okay. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with chapter 1. Grab me a little water here. Hold on one second. Mute myself. Okay. The Game of Life and How to Play It. Chapter 1 is titled The Game. Most people consider life a battle, but it is not a battle, it's a game. It is a game, however, which cannot be played successfully without the knowledge of spiritual law. And the Old and the New Testament gives the rules of the game with wonderful clearness. Jesus Christ taught that it was a great game of giving and taught. Okay, let's read that again. Excuse me. Jesus Christ taught that it was a great game of giving and receiving. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. This means that whatever man sends out in word or deed will return to him, which will return to him. What he gives, he will receive. If he gives hate, he will receive hate. If he gives love, he will receive love. If he gives criticism, he will receive criticism. If he lies, he will be lied to. If he cheats, he will be cheated. We are taught also that the imaging faculty plays a leading part in the game of life. Keep thy heart or imagination with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 4 and 23. This means that what man images sooner or later eternalizes in his affairs. I know a man who feared a certain disease. It was a very rare disease and difficult to get, but he pictured it continually and read about it until it manifested in his body, and he died, the victim of distorted imagination. So we see, to play successfully the game of life, we must train the imaging faculty. A person with an imaging faculty trained to image only good brings into his life every righteous desire of his heart: health, wealth, love, friends, perfect self expression, his highest ideals. The imagination has been called the scissors of the mind, and it is ever cutting day by day the pictures man sees there, and sooner or later he meets his own creation in his outer world. To train the imagination successfully, man must understand the workings of his mind. The Greeks said, "Know thyself." I think I had, let's see. The Greeks said, "Know thyself." Let me just put this up here. All right. Sorry about that. Let's read that again. The Greeks said, "Know thyself." There are three departments of mind: the subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. The subconscious is simply power without direction. It is like stream or electricity, and it does what it is directed to do. It has no power of induction. Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in minute detail. For example, a woman I know when a child always made believe she was a widow. She dressed up in black clothes and wore a long black veil, and people thought she was very clever and amusing. She grew up, married a man with whom she was deeply in love. In a short time, he died, and she wore black and a sweeping veil for many years. The picture of herself as a widow was impressed upon the subconscious mind, and in due time worked itself out, regardless of the habit created. The conscious mind has been called mortal or carnal mind. It is the human mind and sees life as it appears to be. It sees death, disaster, sickness, poverty, and limitation of every kind, and it impresses the subconscious. The superconscious mind is the God mind within each man. It is the realm of perfect ideas. In this pattern spoken of by Plato, the divine design. For there is a divine design in each person. There is a place that you are to feel and no one else can feel. Something you are to do which no one else can do. There is a perfect picture of the superconscious mind. It usually flashes across the conscious as an unattainable idea, something too good to be true. In reality, it is man's true destiny or destination flashed to him from the infinite intelligence which is within himself. Many people, however, are in ignorance of their true destinies and are striving for things and situations which do not belong to them and will only bring failure and dissatisfaction if attained. For example, a woman came to me and asked me to speak the word, and she would marry a certain man with whom she was very much in love. She called him a B. I replied that this would be a violation of spiritual law, but I would speak the word for the right man, the divine selection, the man who belonged to her by divine right. I added, if AB is the right man, you can't lose him. And if he isn't, you will receive his equivalent. She saw AB frequently, but no headway was made in their friendship. One evening she called and said, do you know for the last week AB hasn't seemed so wonderful to me? I replied, maybe he is not the divine selection. Another man may be the right one. Soon after that, she met another man who fell in love with her at once and who said she was his ideal. In fact, he said all the things that she always wished AB would say to her. She remarked, it was quite uncanny. She soon returned his love and lost all interest in AB. This shows the law of substitution. A right idea was substituted for a wrong one. Therefore, there was no loss or sacrifice involved. Okay, let me take a little break and get a sip of water. Okay, let's continue. Um, Jesus Christ said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And he said the kingdom was within man. The kingdom is the realm of right ideas or the divine pattern. Jesus Christ taught that man's words play a leading part in the game of life. By your words, you are justified, and by your words, you are condemned. Many people have brought disaster into their lives through idle words. For example, a woman once asked me why her life was now one of poverty of limitation. Formerly, she had a home, was surrounded by beautiful things, and had plenty of money. We found she had often tired, hold on, excuse me. We found she had often tired of the management of her home. And she said repeatedly, I'm sick and tired of things. I wished I lived in a trunk. And she added, today I'm living in that trunk. She had spoken herself into a trunk. The subconscious mind had no sense of humor, and people often joke themselves into unhappy experiences. For example, a woman who had a great deal of money joked continually about getting ready for the poorhouse. In a few years, she was almost destitute, having impressed subconscious mind with a picture of lack and limitation. Fortunately, the law works both ways, and a situation of lack may change to one of plenty. That's page 5. We're getting to page 8, you guys. For example, a woman came to me one hot summer's day for a treatment for prosperity. She was worn out, dejected, and discouraged. She said she possessed just $8 in the world. I said, good. We'll bless the $8 and multiply them as Jesus Christ multiplied the loaves and the fish. For he taught that every man had the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper. She said, what shall I do next? I replied, follow intuition. Have you a hunch to do anything or to go anywhere? Intuition means intuition or to be taught from within. It is man's unerring guide, and I will deal more fully with its laws in the following chapter. The woman replied, I don't know. I seem to have a hunch to go home. I've just enough money for car fare. Her home was in a distant city and was one of lack and limitation. And the reasoning mind or intellect would have said, stay in New York and get work and make some money. I replied, then go home. Never violate a hunch. I spoke the following words for her. Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance, for she is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. I told her to repeat it continually also. She left for home immediately. In calling on a woman one day, she linked up with an old friend of her family. Through this friend, she received thousands of dollars in a most miraculous way. She has said to me often, tell people about the woman who came to you with $8 and a hunch. There is always plenty on man's pathway, but it can only be brought into manifestation through desire, faith, or the spoken word. Jesus Christ brought out clearly that man must make the first move. Ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be open unto you. Matthew 7:7. In the scriptures we read, concerning the works of my hands, command ye me. Infinite intelligence, God is ever ready to carry out man's smallest and greatest demands. Every desire uttered or unexpressed is a demand. Let's read that again. Every desire uttered or unexpressed is a demand. We are often startled by having a wish suddenly fulfilled. For example, one Easter, having seen many beautiful rose trees in the florist's windows, I wished I would receive one, and for an instant saw it mentally being carried in the door. Easter came, and with a beautiful rose tree, I thanked my friend the following day and told her it was just what I had wanted. She replied, I didn't send you a rose tree, I sent you lilies. The man had mixed the order and sent me a rose tree simply because I had started the law in action and I had to have a rose tree. Nothing stands between man and his highest ideas and every desire of his heart but doubt and fear. When a man can wish without worrying, every desire will be instantly fulfilled. I will explain more fully in the following chapter the scientific reason for this and how fear must be erased from the consciousness. It is man's only enemy. Fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of sickness, fear of loss, and a fear of feeling. Wait, okay, let's read that again. Fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of sickness, fear of loss, and a feeling of insecurity and some pain. Jesus Christ said, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Matthew 8:26. So we can see we must substitute faith for fear is only inverted faith. It is faith in evil instead of good. Okay, let's continue. The object of the game of life is to see clearly one's good and to obliterate all mental pictures of evil. This must be done by impressing the subconscious mind with a realization of good. A very brilliant man who has attained great success told me he had suddenly erased all fear from his consciousness by reading a sign which hung in a room. He saw printed in large letters this statement, why worry? It will probably never happen. These words were stamped indelibly upon his subconscious mind and he has now a firm conviction that only good can come into his life. Therefore, only good can manifest. In the following chapter, I will deal with the different methods of impressing the subconscious mind. It is man's faithful servant, but one must be careful to give it the right orders. Man has ever a silent listener at his side, his subconscious mind. Every thought, every word is impressed upon it and carried out in amazing detail. It is like a singer making a record on a sensitive disc of the phonographic plate. Every note and tone of the singer's voice is registered. Okay, this is our last page. If he coughs or hesitates, it is registered also. So let us break all the old bad records in the subconscious mind, the records of our lives, which we do not wish to keep, and make new and beautiful ones. Speak these words aloud. Speak these words aloud with power and conviction. I now smash and demolish by my spoken word every untrue record in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of native nothingness, for they came from my own vain imagination. I now make my perfect record through the Christ within, the records of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is the square of life, the game completed. Okay. And she ends the chapter by saying, in the following chapters, I will show how man can change his conditions by changing his words. Any man who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. Okay, y'all. Oh, that was beautiful. I enjoyed rereading that. It's been a while since I read book, but that was powerful. I really enjoyed that chapter one, and I hope you guys did as well. Elaboration on the book. Just let y'all soak that up, and we will continue on tomorrow morning. I don't know what time, but we will continue um, reading the book, The Game of Life, and how to play it. We'll be reading that on tomorrow. Let me go back. Yeah. Higher consciousness, law of attraction. That all of those play a huge part in the game of life as well. Let's go back and show. Okay. All right. So you guys go out, make it a great day. Speak positive words. Speak, speak, speak. Speak good things into your life. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Hit the notification bell twice. That way, whenever I go live or whatever I do on my channel, you will be here for it. All righty, y'all. Let's get on out of here with a little music.